What is good YouTube, Warstu here with a video on the Justice League. Now anyone who is an OG subscriber for this channel knows that I personally got to go watch the Justice League a bit earlier than the general public did. So Justice League is a subject, it's a movie that I spoke about so much. There's over 20, 30, 40, 50 videos about the Justice League on this channel. So I'm hearing rumors and stuff about certain people getting to see the Zack Snyder cut. So obviously there is a Snyder cut because Zack Snyder himself originally filmed the whole movie. But I've been bombarded with messages over the last week of this Instagram account called Heroic Gateway. Now I have had conversations with them in the past, and what I find strange is they've got 18,700 followers. When I spoke to them months ago, they were over 200,000 subscribers. So I'm not really sure what's going on here. So we all know there is a Zack Snyder cut. Obviously the community is people like Film Junkie, Chris Wong, who I've spoke to them people in the past through Twitter and other things. But I've been sent to this article, this Instagram post. I'm freestyling this video, guys, sorry. So it's heroic.gateway. Says, don't tell me it doesn't exist. I know 100% it does. I do believe everyone deserves to see it as I did release the Snyder cut. Now, I'm not being a bit harsh, but you're not telling me a little Instagram page gets to watch the Snyder cut. I mean, if anyone was going to get to watch the Snyder cut, do you not think the actual actors in the movie would see the Snyder cut before some general fans? Because to be honest, unless you're in the 500,000 plus to 1 million range with a big YouTube channel or a verified big Instagram page, then I don't believe you are actually going to get to see the Snyder cut. Now I know it's an ongoing kind of, I guess you could say, cult release the Snyder cut, because everyone, including me, guys, I really want to see the Darkseid cut, the cut where Darkseid was in it, the real Superman return. I am so behind it, but I'm a DC fan at the end of the day, so I support the cut they released, even though it's not as good as the Zack Snyder cut. So if they were going to actually release this, say later at Comic-Con later this year or something like that, I've heard rumors, but I don't really believe the rumors, that potentially it could be released later in the year, just digitally, not on a disc, to save money. So if these Instagrammers and stuff, I've been told, I've watched the video, I watched the Film Junkies video, very good, and I just want to put my own spin on it. Now I agree with a lot of things that people are saying. They also would have to sign a kind of non-disclosure form not to talk about it. So you have an Instagram account with less than 20,000 followers, sorry I get confused with YouTube, followers, saying that they've seen the Snyder cut and everyone deserves to get to see it. And I don't know, is this page credible? Not really, I guess it is kind of, but they reckon that they leaked the actual clip of the Alfred scene, when realistically no. I've been told, I've seen, I'm not trying to discredit anyone, but there are other things. People saying they broke a lot of the Justice League behind the scenes images, but no. There's multiple reasons why I don't think this. Because for one, if you look at their logo, it's got the verified tick on it to try and confuse you that it's actually a verified page. Now, it's alright saying they've watched the movie, but there's no actual proof. Okay, so if they signed an NDA, so they've come out and said they've watched it, but they haven't really gone into any context, any detail. From what I can see, guys, let me know in the comment box down below. I know a lot of you guys really want this Justice League Zack Snyder cut, as everyone does, just to see if the movie was going to be just as good as everyone thought. Now, these Heroic Gateway people were supposedly working on a fan cut with everything, and they sent it to Zack Snyder, and that's how Zack Snyder personally apparently flew them over to watch it somewhere in America. So it's just acting, it's looking a bit shady. Now I'm not trying to call this heroic.gateway page out, but I don't understand how, firstly, how it's gone from being like a really big page with over 200,000 followers down to 17. Maybe they got hacked or something. I did watch a couple of other videos, didn't watch them all, just flick through them. But there is a lot of inconsistencies with the stories. And to be honest, guys, I just want to let you know what I think. I don't really believe they've watched it. Why? Because to watch it, it would have to go through people high up at Warner Brothers, because Warner Brothers own the property, although the principal photography, directing, etc. did come from Zack Snyder himself. I don't really believe that Heroic Gateway got to see the movie, because from what I can see, guys, let me know down below. I've done some digging. I can't really see anything. I mean, I've looked on like DCEU Reddit, I've looked everywhere, and there isn't really much context to go by. Saying that like you had a good night and then you post about everyone else gets to deserve it just like you did. I mean, based on having that kind of following, you wouldn't even be doing it for a full-time job. So I realistically don't think Zack Snyder is going to let people watch the movie unless you're actually working in the industry for a full-time job. Now, apparently in this cut they did see it did include Darkseid, etc. But if they did, I want details. I want to know who actually voiced Darkseid, what did Darkseid look like, and all that other kind of stuff. So guys, let me know, do you believe that Heroic Gateway did actually see the kind of Zack Snyder cut they claim to? But there isn't actually any evidence. But I do believe one day maybe they might actually get to see it, but I don't think they did see it personally. I think it's a public relations PR stunt to maybe get to see it, as there's no actual evidence. But I do think if they do release it, they should just make it digitally online to save money. Maybe drop it at Comic-Con, maybe even show it at Comic-Con, because they could really do that. So guys, I'm not calling anyone out, but I am a big Justice League fan, and it was a big part of my channel back, obviously, before it came out in November last year. I believe it was, if I remember, November-ish, I believe. Can't remember exactly when it came out, it's been that long. But anyway, guys, let me know, do you think that the Zack Snyder cut is going to come out, because we all know it exists? Anyway, guys, I will cover like more footage like Justice League, Aquaman, Shazam stuff as it comes out more frequently throughout the summer. So anyway, guys, please like, subscribe, and comment, and I will catch you in another video, guys, very soon. Catch ya.